and welcome back on, oh my god, welcome back. Ooh, hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OSC as we have returned with our next series. We have returned with our next match here in the quarterfinals. Ooh, with a TVP as spawning in the top left hand corner of Oceanborn. We have the Ukrainian Protoss player rolling random and landing on Protoss. Representing Team Hokago T-Team, it is HackErIsTop. He's on tilt. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the red Terran player. Representing the Platinum Heroes, it is Nicoract. And if you're in the chats, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. As you can imagine, one player is known for cheese, known for aggression, known for all-ins. The other, more robust, more well-rounded, very solid, very macro-oriented. Can we get to the macro though? Can we get to a longer, later game? Best of luck in the chat with those predictions. Best of luck. As we have our initial probe scout coming in. Again, Nicoract is aware of the Protoss, as of course HackErIsTop did announce his race. Does come in with the scouts and will get a read what's going on. It is going to be a Rax Expand economic opener here out of Nicoract. Bold move from the red Terran, but I'm unfamiliar with how Hacker does typically approach this matchup and how he does approach PvT. But now just scouting, getting a read what's going on, does confirm the more economic start here from the Terran should be leading into a Rax into expand. Ooh, as the probe is going to be shut down. Nice pick off here by Nicoract. Gets a kill on the worker. That should not have happened. The probe does fall. Nicoract himself going for his own SEV scout. Here we go. SEV scout dips in. Nicoract expanding on the low ground. Does go for the expand as we did mention. Likewise, so does our Protoss player, and so far everything's looking normal. It was a Gate Cyber expand, likewise Rax expand as well out of the Terran. Everything so far is looking as it should. Okay, so no one base all in. That's what I'm taking away from this. Not this time. No one base all ins. Two base though. I mean, we'll see. I imagine this should be leading to a Twilight Council opener into Blink Stalkers, but we'll keep an eye on our Protoss. Reaper does go for the dive. Behind this, going for a 3 Rax follow-up. Okay. So Nicoract going for the 3 Rax. The way this works, of course, is it's going to be a big stim timing for the Terran. Meanwhile, Robo Opener for the Protoss. Okay. Very safe start here with a Robo Opener. This can lead into a Bay, into Colossus, and a Robo Colossus Opener is designed to shut things like this down, to shut down bioaggression in the early to mid game. So far, I do want to give the edge here to the Protoss, assuming it is going to be fast Colossus. Never mind, that is going to be a fast Forge. Okay. I'm just trying to keep up here with what Hacker is up to, and yeah, going for the initial Robo Opener into a Forge, into +1. This might lead into a 2 base all-in. Again, with initial Robo Opener, I was expecting, Colossus into a 3rd, into a Death Bull of a Colossus-based army, building up to 3 Colossus, then moving out. But the Forge does signify something a little bit different. Yep, there it is. Forge into Twilight Council. This feels like +1 charge. This feels like almost like a Soul Train-esque Immortal-based all-in. And the Reaper does scout, does confirm. So a big moment here for Nicoract. He confirms there is no fast Bay. Despite seeing the fast Robo, there's no Bay into Colossus. Instead, it is going to be a gateway-based follow-up. So very nice scout. Behind this, building up his bio-based army. Again, he also is fully aware of the lack of Stargate, so he's building on Marauders instead. And I want to say that this opener from Nicoract can be a little more successful now. More so than it would have been against something like... Oh, it's Glaives? Wait, what? Okay, I thought it was going to be Charge or even Blink Stalkers. The reason why is because +1 attack doesn't really impact Glaive Adepts as much as it does other units here, so interesting. Okay, we're getting up to how many gates? 5. We're set, no, sorry, 6. 6 gateways here for the Protoss, for HackErIsTop. Setting up for a 2 base all-in, a variation of all-in that we do not often see here in this matchup. Okay. yeah, I just want to experience this. No, I know I keep saying okay. I just don't know what to expect. And I'm here to witness, Pappy. I'm here to bear witness. Let's go. I'm acknowledging what the random is up to. It's crazy. So 682 base all in. Prism's moving out across the map. Back at home at Nicoract. How much has he spotted? He's aware of the initial build, and something like a 2-base all in should be on his radar. Though, yeah, bunkers are on the way. He knows. Nicoract, he's fully aware. He's setting up back at home. 2 bunkers on the low ground. In the main base, we have a bunker as well. This bunker does signify the potential of blink stalkers. As we can see, it's going to be a prism into the main. Regardless, there is a defensive position here in both the main and the natural. Oh, the observer spotted. Very nice catch. Nicoract will shut down the observer. And here comes the all-in. That's a lot of adepts. That's how many? 19. 19 adepts, and we're waiting for the warp in. Waiting for the next wave. And there it is. 23 adepts. Scan reveals lack of expansion, lack of third base. Nicoract aware that it's still not safe to move out. Oh my god. And that's up to 25 adepts. Oh my god. We're shading in. We commit. We commit to the shade. Boys are being pulled. SCVs are going down. The Marauders do hold their own though. That's going to be 15 SCV kills. That's a lot of economic damage. But what about the Bio Army? As it stims and it wins. It gets on top of the army itself. And adepts, they melt. They crumble against the Marines and Marauders. And just like that, Nicoract will clean up and shut down the main army. There's still a handful of adepts remaining. Couple of adepts warped in. I mean, economic damage was dealt. That was 15 SCV kills. I mean, that's not bad. But we're hoping for more damage here, because the counterattack is going to be brutal. The downside of this build for the Protoss is that there's nothing at home. There's no Immortals, there's no Colossus, no splash damage, the Prism, it's all going to go down. Everything does crumble, and from here we can go for a counterattack. And again, how do we defend? There's no shield battery, no overcharge, there's no Immortals, no Colossus, no Disruptor, no Archon, no Bleaks. We have Adept. That's all we have. And Adepts, they're good at killing workers, they're good at killing SCVs, but against Marine Marauder, less so. Again, there's a reason why this variation of all-in is not really seen at all in this matchup in PvT. The man with gun is too good. Man with gun don't give a damn about your Glaive Adepts, and there we go. They stim in once again. We shade on top of the army, but alas, the Adepts, they cannot hold their own. They just cannot scale well against this kind of composition. I say that the shield battery is done. Overcharge soon to be available. Okay. HackErIsTop, he's holding. We have the overcharge. Does hold. Does barely hold the line. But all Nicoract has to do is wait for the overcharge to run out. Just wait for it to run out, wait a couple of seconds, and then come in with reinforcements. Come in with more Marines and more Marauders. Charges on the way. But the slow lots, I mean, they're already slow. They're even slower than that. Focusing down the Observer. Getting on top of the pylon. Boys are being pulled. And that's going to be all she wrote here, as Nicoract will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Nicoract will take a lead here. Again, it was a very unorthodox build from our random Protoss player, a build that I was really not expecting, came out of left field, and I was really fascinated and curious to see how it would really compare to the army of Nicoract. As we saw, did amazing when it came to killing SCVs. Killed 15 workers. It was a lot of economic damage, but the efficiency of the Bio Army, the efficiency of Marine Marauder was insane, and Nicoract was able to just blow past the main army, go for a counterattack, and snowball from there. And with that, we're now getting into game numero 2. Let's go. Jumping into game 2, and what's exciting about this game number 2 here is that, okay, we got to see some of the builds that our random player has for Protoss, but he's random, so we could see a very different kind of setup here. We could see another TvT with another 1-base all-in. We could see a Zerg player instead and have maybe a Ravager based all-in. I'm curious. I'm excited. We're here to find out. Here we go. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amphion, we have... Oh, okay, mirror matchup, yeah. And does let his opponent know. We have our Ukrainian Terran player, the blue Terran, representing... Ooh, Team Hokago T-Team, it is HackErIsTop. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the red Terran player, the main race Terran, representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Nicoract. Leading the series 1-0, and we know what's coming. It's gotta be the one base all-in, the same one that did bring Eba down. I'm sure we're gonna see it again here in this series as well. We'll keep an eye out for it. We'll keep an eye out for the double gas opener into factory, into starport. Likewise, I'm curious if Nicoract is familiar with that build. I'm sure he is. The reality is that a lot of these players are quite familiar with each other as they all ladder together. Of course, they share the same ladder. I'm sure they run into each other quite often on a regular basis. I just don't know how many builds our random player has at their disposal, how many cheeses they have up their sleeve, and how often they can mix it up. We haven't seen enough to really make that determination. Haven't seen enough, Matt. We go. So it makes it up 2-shot Marine instead of 3-shot. That's pretty big, right? I guess so. I guess it is a shame that Nicoract was very Marauder heavy. So despite that, I guess, upgrade capability with +1 in Adepts, it didn't really factor in too much. That was a build before Adepts got Omega nerfed in early Legacy of the Void. You're referring to, there was an Adept all-in that we saw in GSL. I think it was it Zaun versus Gumiho or Prince versus Gumiho? It was someone versus Gumiho. Might have been Zaun. Or maybe Nightmare. But yeah, we saw Glaive Adept all-ins that were quite viable in the past in early Legacy. That is well known. But for now, we are getting to, the 1-1-1, getting to tank production, and getting to Massive Viking, I imagine, as well, going for the add-on swap. We are advancing on into the one base all-in. So HackErIsTop is going for the one base all-in. Back at home, Nicoract did go for a double gas opener, is going Reactor Reaper Hellion. Oh, okay, this is going to be an interesting dynamic. So Nicoract, he is working off of limited information. He isn't fully aware of what's going on. And Reaper Hellion like this is designed to harass, get some scat information, get across the map, and be annoying. But in a head-on engagement, this won't help too much. So I'm a little bit concerned here if we're going to be delaying tank production even further. But again, Nicoract is working with incomplete information. He is moving out. And he's going to run into the main army. Now, with good enough control, Nicoract, he can pick away these Marines. Maybe the tank will be ambitious. Oh, the lineup! Oh my god! The Marines line up. Massive Hellion volleys go off. The Marines go down. And now we can go for the tank. Yeah, the tank is going to be shut down. Very nice control here from Nicoract. He pulls away the weakened Reapers. And he will barely focus on the first tank. Very nice catch. Oh my god. Let's go. Nicoract is going to be forced back. But alas, he traded very nicely. Behind this, Tech Lab's on the way in the factory. That'll be for tank production. Cyclone has arrived. Once again, Nicoract being proactive. The army is spotted, but only 2 Marines. Yeah, just the 2. They did not get the Hellion. HackErIsTop does rock up with another tank. Viking from the other end. Oh, the Viking goes down. Oh my god, the efficiency. The value. HackErIsTop losing a tank, losing a Viking, losing so many Marines. His move out has been heavily delayed. Let's have the high ground. Oh. Nice shot. Goes off. Ooh, takes down a big chunk of Marines. That's 3 Marines going down. But the all-in has been delayed, is the problem. It has been heavily delayed. And Nicoract now getting to his own tank, getting into his own Ravens. Raven going in for the dive, going for the auto turret. Barely will get it off. Raven goes down with the help of the auto turret. The tank is cleaned up, and Nicoract, he will completely shut this down. Got 2 tanks. There's 1 tank left. Nicoract, he will get it. No, without trading. Oh, doesn't even trade. The tank survives. The tank lives. Nicoract saves it. Saves the tank. Oh, catches out some of these Vikings as well. Nice lock-ons here from Nicoract. Takes down 2, takes down 3 Vikings. And there's almost nothing left. At this point, yep, GG gets called. We've been bleeding out far too much, and Nicoract will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Nicoract as he does take the series, does advance on. And my condolences to HackErIsTop. Again, had a very unique build in game number 1, which was interesting to see come to fruition. Here in game 2, more of the same. Looks like he has a go-to one-base all-in in TvT, but unfortunately he got caught out immediately. He got caught out ahead of time. Losing that first tank, losing those first Marines was brutal. We did see it in time, but the lineup, I should say, the Marines lining up the way that they did, the Hellion volleys being so efficient. If the Marines were spread out horizontally instead, if they were ready to engage with something in the middle of the map, then we could have seen a different outcome. We could have seen a better trade on the side of HackErIsTop to shut down the Hellions and the Reapers a little bit more efficiently and maybe not lose the first tank. It could have been a very different outcome if that was the case. But again, like, that was like the perfect start of the fight for Nicoract. Everything went his way. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we have our first semi-finalist, and we've been blazing through the bracket. we have a lot of updates. We have a lot of updates. Here we go. Let's try to catch up on what's been going on as well.